งเตรียมของอยู่นะคะเพื่อนๆวันนี้อันนี้เราจะทำเป็นแบบ Savoury is มีรสชาติขึ้นมาอีกอันนึงแต่ว่ามันจะมีสองrecipe ที่จะให้นะคะวันนี้โอเคค่ะ take it over คุณสตีฟ
Okay.
อะไร
So we have our second phase of this is two variations of savory on here, and the first version of savory is very basic. We have salt, we have sugar, very similar. We have the curing powder, and this time we're adding bay leaf to it, and then crushed garlic, just that, and black pepper. So this is kind of a variation. The second one is very similar. This is salt and sugar combined with garlic and the curing salt, and then we have some rosemary. And we have some thyme, so rosemary and thyme is added in. This is a little bit almost like a pastrami, also black pepper, but it's a Mexican recipe, actually, a derivation of a Mexican recipe called Guanciale, I think it is, but I'm probably mispronouncing that. Very famous there. So we'll do the first one first. So this gives you an idea that there are variations, that you know, you had your basic one that we did in the first one, which is basically this. And then you can add stuff to it. You can make it savory or you can make it sweet. And then we're going to make a very basic savory. Bay leaf is always nice. It goes very nicely with the aromatics. So you're adding aromatics in here. Your garlic is very simple. You just kind of crush it and add it in. Yeah. You don't need to do anything more than that because this is going to go into the mix there on there, and then the last thing that we want is basically in this one about half a tablespoon of black pepper. Yes, it is a little bit spicy. This is a dry one, yes, right? And so we'll just put this all over it. It already smells good. Bag here that we find. Add in there the rest of this good stuff too as well. And this will all dissolve and mix up because of the juice that's going to be released from it itself. That easy. Okay, number two is then very similar to this. Sorry, need that back in here. Okay, so we're going to add again the sugar and the salt. We're going to add the curing salt in there. This time we're going to add the thyme and then the rosemary. Everything goes nicely with rosemary. And then we're going to also add that garlic into there. And the last thing we're going to add is pepper. This one's a little bit more pepper. This one actually is a full tablespoonful of pepper. And that's just about right. I tell you, you must have measured this or something, I think. Okay, now this one, the difference is this is going to be a wet. So we have a half cup of water that we're going to add to this. Make sure it's clean, distilled water, not from your tap, because it's going to be sitting in your fridge for a while. So you want to add that in. This is going to be a wet brine, whereas the other ones were a dry brine. So in a wet brine, sometimes the ratio of salt and sugar are a little different. It's more like 1-to-1, whereas a dry brine has much more salt in it than a wet brine. So that's one of the things about your mixtures. So the other ones also we're going to be doing, I think, are again it'll be one wet and one dry. So we're experimenting also here between the different types of wet and dry brines for.
So this one we don't need a berry, right?
No. It does not have dairy in it.
มันเปียกก็เอาใส่ในถุงเลย
So that goes right in here. So this one is already, these will look a little bit like that in a couple of days. And once the water has a chance to come out, be careful with that. Water on here. So that should go pretty good. You want to make sure they're sealed good because even the dry ones are going to get liquidy. So look at that, all the spices are going into there.
ทุกวันก็ต้องมาขยับถุง
All right, number 3, number 4, 2 savories. One kind of a Mexican style, and one kind of a dry style. So we will see. This is going to be fun. The best part is going to be